Hello, in this video I'm gonna tell you how to fix overheating on your Samsung Galaxy A17. Okay, so heating on your phone sometimes is normal, but sometimes it should be reduced. So I'll show you shortly. I'll just change something here, but yeah. So if your phone is overheating and you think it's abnormally overheating, then there is something that you should do about it. So we'll actually do it. So let's begin by closing our background apps. It's very useful to click on the Recents button and click on Close All, so it may help you. Also, it is worth going to Settings, then going to Device Care, and now go to here. If there is Optimize Now, click on it. Now you should go to the memory as well and clean now. Now it will clean your memory and it should also help you. And now also you should check for battery draining or buggy apps by going to Settings, then also Device Care as well, and now this time go into Battery, then go to Background Usage Limits. Now you should go to this option and make sure that put unused apps to sleep is enabled. Okay, now also go to battery usage and see if any of these apps are using like abnormal power. If there's any app here that uses abnormal power, then you know that you, for example, shouldn't use that app during charging of your phone, because it's normal for like phone to overheat when you're using a power hungry app and charging your phone at the same time. Also, you may actually select that app that's using too much power. I actually don't have any that use too much power, but if you have any, then you can enable background usage limits for it. Now let's go to the next thing, which is reducing the screen brightness and timeout. So let's go to Display and Settings. Sorry, not Battery, Display. And now you should go to well, I forgot. Yeah, lower brightness. Go to the brightness, try lowering it so it uses less power. Also, you can set screen timeout to a lower one, like 30 seconds. I won't do it because I'm recording videos and it's not convenient for me. And also, you may actually want to enable the dark mode because it uses less power in the dark mode. I will use light mode because I actually prefer it for recording. Now also it's worth disabling some features when not in use, so you can slide down from the right top part of your screen and disable Wi-Fi if you're not using it because it uses some power. Disable mobile data if you're not using it. Disable Bluetooth or GPS if you're not using it. Also, it's worth avoiding using while charging because using your phone while charging generates extra heat. Use a genuine charger. It doesn't have to be Samsung charger, but as long as it's a one from a reputable brand and high quality and certified, it will be okay. And avoid charging in hot environments or under direct sunlight. Also, sometimes you may want to enable the battery saver mode if your phone is overheating. So go to Settings, go to Battery, and go to Power Saving. Now you can enable it, and it will limit the CPU speed, background activity, and brightness. Now I'll disable it because I don't need it. My phone's not overheating. But this is how you do it. Now, also, it is worth restarting your phone regularly. So you can actually restart it manually or go to device care. Then go to auto optimization, auto restart, enable restart when needed or restart on schedule, and select, for example, Tuesday and Sundays at a certain time. You can see this is when it'll restart, when the screen is off, not being used, the battery is above 30%, and the SIM card lock is off. So you may need to disable the SIM card lock. Then also, it's worth updating your system because outdated software may contain bugs that cause heating, so you may need to go to software update in settings and then select download and install, and then if there's any update available, download it and install it so it fixes the issue. Also, it's worth clearing cache partition. So that is actually something that's a bit more difficult to do. So let's turn the phone off by pressing and holding on power and volume down to see this menu. Then click on power off again. And now you may need to plug in a cable. We'll see it. If it doesn't go, we will go into recovery mode, and you need to be careful in the recovery mode. Only do what I say, because otherwise you'll lose the data. So just do what I'm doing. Yeah, and as I said, if it doesn't work, what we're doing, well, you'll actually need to plug your phone into a computer. The computer doesn't need to do anything, it just has to be plugged in. You don't need to do anything on the computer, just plug it in with a cable and then try doing it. So yeah, we'll need to press and hold when the phone is off on volume up and power off. Until Samsung logo appears, and then when Samsung logo appears, release power button and keep pressing volume up. So let's do it. Both buttons now. Now I'm releasing power. Let's see if it goes into that recovery mode without a cable. Yeah, it does not. So I'll plug in my cable that's connected to a computer. As I said, computer doesn't need to do anything. It just has to be in. And yeah, I'll turn the phone off. Then when it turns off, I'll need to start pressing on volume up and power button. Then well, nothing's happening. Let's try again. Okay. Actually, something was about to happen. I've been to that recovery mode lots of times, but I always fail the first time. Yeah, so we are here. And now you should navigate with your volume buttons to go to a certain position in the menu, and you need to select wipe cache partition. Be sure not to select wipe data. So be careful, select wipe cache partition, then click on the power button, then go down, make sure it's wipe cache, go to yes. And now reboot system now. Click on the power button to approve. Now we can actually unplug the cable. Or leave it plugged in. It doesn't matter. Okay, I'll get back to when it's turned on. Okay, now the phone is restarted. It may help. If it didn't, then you may want to use diagnostic tools from Samsung by going to Samsung Members app. And then going to Support tab in the Samsung Members app. And if you go to support, then you should go to phone diagnostics. As you can see, there's just this one which does like all the diagnostics, so we'll need to get started. It says battery status checked, so we can already go back. I mean, technically we should like skip this test, you know. I'm just gonna skip everything because we should go all the way to the end. Technically you can wait until everything is done, but no, I'm gonna skip because it doesn't really matter for me now. Honestly, I really don't like the fact that you can't just select what to test and you need to test everything. Now I need to test my display. Okay, then. Okay, I'm gonna click on cancel and click on OK. And now the battery status, yeah. So if it says normal, then it's fine. If it doesn't say normal, then it's not fine. If it says normal, but your phone is still overheating, you may want to do a factory reset. So a factory reset is basically erasing all the data on your phone, so it's worth backing up the phone before that. And to back up your phone, you can watch a video on that on our channel, because there is a like very full video on this phone on our channel on how to do it, and it explains in detail all 4 different methods of backing up, so you can choose whichever one is best for you. Then factory reset it by going to settings, and then going to general management, reset, and selecting the factory data reset. Now if actually the problem there is a problem with the battery, then it may be a hardware issue like failing battery, defective processor, or poor thermal design, or if just the problem doesn't disappear after the factory reset, and in that case you may visit a Samsung authorized service center, and you may need to, for example, replace the battery. And I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.